G'day guys, I made you a video last night with the exhaust note. This is the first time I've parked in my building since I did the downpipe and the catback, whatever you want to call it. I didn't do the rear mufflers, but the video was great. I was talking about how this changes colour, and I was really bored last night, and it was 20 minutes long. But ultimately, you're going to hear the exhaust now. I'm going to hear it now, as the secondary air pump will be active. And it's just a warning of how loud these things can get. So I think I've mentioned the word, I can't remember the word I used. I wasn't saying the word booming, I was calling it bass. So high-tech exhaust, you know, he knows all about people coming back complaining about booming. I asked for no resonator behind the second cat. So we've got one cat, two cats, the flex, the second cat, the O2 sensor, and then a straight 3-inch pipe to the wires. Anyway, I'm going to start the car now. And yeah, I went into the tuning last night, and it was jerking a little bit, but a lot smoother than before. I was talking about how this changes colour all the time, so it didn't do it for a while, and now it's doing it all the time. So every few days, it'll turn to a sandy colour. I don't really know. So then last night I was playing with this and going on about that. I'll just make this about the cold startup noise, and then I've got a jet. But do bear in mind, I'll make another video. I haven't got my kids all weekend to film me going past, or I can take my other camera and do it, but I'm getting a bit of a little burbling and a snap, crackle and pop on deceleration, but it's more when you're pulling up to a complete stop, so it's nothing audacious or anything like that. Anyway, here we go. So bear in mind the secondary air pump will then turn off or reduce its duty cycle, so you might hear the rasping slowly go, or it might just shut off and go altogether. Here we go. This is going to be loud, guys. It really is. So that air pump is on right now. And now it's off. Mine, guys, my mate has a AMG A45, and you get this horrible cold start rasping. That's very normal. Bear in mind as well, the waste now down a separate runner. I forgot the name of those. They used to allow you on the racetrack with the wastegate venting to atmosphere. That's the sort of thing it is, except it doesn't vent to atmosphere. It goes obviously back into the exhaust system. So we're getting sort of more noise of the engine through that sort of design. But my mate's Mercedes, the stock standard, is really noisy on cold start. I've noticed it with many cars. You'll get a rasping. Here it's greatly exasperated. And my kid said to me last night, when I started the car at 11 o'clock at night out the front, it woke. They were like, "Dad, your car sounds like it's like a lion." But they said it's really, really noisy. So yeah, look, it's not booming as you can tell as much. My other car was much noisier inside with the NVIDIA. This car was quieter with the NVIDIA. I guess I just remembered there's a slightly more sound deadening material in it and thicker glass, but the other car was booming a lot. I'm not impressed with that NVIDIA design. I went into it in the video that it bottoms out slightly, but where it hits is the cat, so you're going to pretty much stuff it up anyway. But me and Lambros are now going to fine-tune this system, as in to manufacture them at his facility. And basically, I'm going to try 3 things. Oh, no, I'm going to try 2. So I don't have the resonator, where in the end he's going to manufacture one with a resonator, and then in the end he's going to put the rear mufflers on for me, as we're actually going to go up to Bathurst to his facility and just fine tune it, because I think his customers don't like booming, so he does Lamborghinis and all that. This is one of the more basic cars I've ever seen there, but you know, every time I go there, there's brand new cars, like supercars, doing their exhaust systems out of the dealership with plastic in them and that. So I really felt like I was in good hands there. There's a bloke, Tony, who's amazing, and they spent a lot of time adjusting it, getting it right. I mean, you know, but once that is produced, then it'll be like that off the jig. Anyway, bit boring there, but look, apparently I've got 35-40 more kilowatts. It certainly feels like it. And in the video last night I was talking about Sport Sharp. It's just, you don't drive around in Sport Sharp, especially now with the extra few percent sort of response over the other tune I had. I'm kind of regretting that. I'm pretty sure the tune will iron that out for me. I'll probably go back and, you know, give it a few weeks and just check all the figures and, you know, maybe back off the idle speed, maybe 5 RPM, as it's slightly maybe too high, that 30 RPM higher, but yeah, a lot easier to drive, you know, so. That was a horrible start then. That was a horrible start. Another thing, guys, I've noticed the fuel pump droning in the background now and then, just when it's really quiet, and you turn the key on, the engine off. I've heard the fuel pump going bzzz, like a 20-year-old car. Weird, eh? So yeah, neighbours are going to love that. Anyway, guys, I better go and do my quick shop. Hope you all have a good day. And yeah, I'll speak to you later.